I've been getting a lot of requests. Let's turn the camera here. Here we go. I've been getting a lot of requests to talk about and react to the Kanye West. Wait a second. Kanye West? Is he not Ye anymore? Is it not Ye anymore? We went through this whole thing where he had to be Ye and we had to call him Ye and it was Ye, but now it's Kanye West. The records were literally being released just under the name Ye. Like, is it Kanye West again? Are we back to Kanye West? Well, of course, I don't want to dead name him. I don't know which name is the dead one, because we were very sort of like, I purposefully putting the records out under the name Ye, which had its own page on Apple Music, at least for me. I don't know what we're doing at this point. Also, the thighs. Yeah. Whoa. Yeah. Okay. Sorry about that. Wikipedia still says yay. Okay, well, I will say yay, even though the page says otherwise. I've been getting a lot of questions and comments about the Bully Deluxe version of the Bully album. You guys probably saw my review of the record. I thought it was very average and very underwhelming, and weirdly predictable by Ye standards. Really felt like an attempt at reliving a lot of past successes, but with nowhere near as good songwriting or production. And of course, with Ye being in a very odd place in his career currently still, I believe it was just now that he tried to get like a concert approval, a show approval over in San Francisco, and it got banned. Because obviously a lot of the things that he's said are still lingering in people's minds, understandably so, because it lasted for such a long time and it was so extreme. We've talked about it. You know what I'm talking about. We don't need to get into it. With that being said, though, he does seem to be making an attempt to clean up his act, get on a better path, and try to make more connections with different artists out there, because as talented as Ye has proven himself to be over the years, I think he is an artist who really does kind of like need that outside collaborative perspective in order to kind of reach the high artistic highs that he's been known to across his career. With this new deluxe edition of the album, please correct me if I'm wrong, but I was looking back and forth at the track lists, but all I could really sort of see in terms of a major difference here is that we now have Lauryn Hill on I Can't Wait. And then on the back end of the record, we have Okay with Don Toliver, and we have Mission Control with Tony Williams. Are there no other changes to the Bully album? Are those the only changes to the deluxe? Is that the only thing that makes the deluxe different? Are there any other major sort of differences with this deluxe that we need to note? Nine Vicious is way louder on Mama's Favorite. Okay. That's interesting. I don't remember feeling like his vocal mix needed to be changed anyway. If anything, like my least favorite feature is the CeeLo feature, and I thought the mix on that Bully track was kind of bunk. There's changes in the mix on most of the songs. I mean, that's good to hear, that he's still kind of like fine tuning the record a little bit. But honestly, as far as like the listening experience and the mix experience of this album, it was nowhere near as bad as like the first version of The Life of Pablo. Sure, I mean, you could always improve mixes and tweak certain things, absolutely. But I don't know if it like really was super duper necessary. If you want to, go for it. But really the mixing was not like the primary issue with the record to me, for whatever issues that it did have. He took off some AI vocals too, apparently. Well, thank God he did that. That's good. Yeah, All the Love is no longer AI, apparently. Okay, that's interesting. Maybe we can sample a little bit of that just to kind of like maybe hear the difference. Though, I don't have the original version, like, fresh in my mind to maybe make the freshest comparison again. But again, outside of those mixing changes, the most major differences, again, seem to be this like Lauryn Hill inclusion and then these past other, post added songs, OK Mission Control, which we can sample and listen to and see how they came out. Let me listen to All the Love really quickly, though, just to kind of see like a side-by-side comparison. Maybe the lack of alleged AI vocals will kind of, make the song appeal to me a little bit more. Yeah, putting AI in the initial drop was lame, of course. James Blake wanted his name taken off production credits for this one here. He did, but I mean, I'm sure he meant that more for like the original version of the song, not just like the deluxe version. I mean, I don't know if he made that change on the deluxe version, but I would hope that he would also do it for the original version at his request, if Ye is being respectful of his wishes. All right, let's hear a little bit of this deluxe version of All the Love.
We left for the baby island, 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 we left for the baby island.
All right. Sorry to just pause it right there, but I'm going to say, I mean, I've heard the song. I know how the song progresses and everything. I'll say from the presentation of the mix and Ye's vocals this time around, even Andre Troutman's vocals, like this does sound a lot better. This does sound a lot better. I mean, it's not my favorite Ye song, and it does feel still derivative of an older era that, that original kind of era of this sound was definitely more interesting by comparison in terms of like the writing, but the sound is improved. Like I'm not going to deny that. It's a much better listen and feels at least more on par sonically with the quality of, the music he was coming out with during that time, really kind of throwing it back to that 808s, time period. Ye's vocals sound a lot better, frankly. There's like a definitely more organic kind of human element to his singing here. And there's almost like a bigness to that kind of like tom percussion that is kind of driving the whole thing in the background. The synths sound a little bit larger and more panoramic too. It's a better sound. It's a better sound. It sounds more labored over, but in a good way, frankly. Do the CeeLo vocals on, now I'm actually kind of curious because again, I thought some of those mixing choices on Bully were maybe like the worst on the entire album. Do they sound even better over here?
Like a bully. You think I'm a riot? I see the facade. Tell the truth. I can't tell the truth. Yeah, okay. Hey, baby, do what I say. I can't, I know.
All right, like I'm still not crazy about that as a chorus, as a concept, but CeeLo's vocals sound way more blended into the instrumental. Like the reverb is kind of taking off like the weird edges from certain bits and kind of mixing it all together, bleeding it into itself a little bit more and giving it a grandiose feel. And that's obviously like a lot more pleasurable to listen to. The record sounds like less dry and stark and wet. And ultimately, I think that's a good thing. It sounds a little more larger than life, and I think that's probably a better approach. It's almost making me feel like the original version was maybe a little bit more demo-ish than maybe I kind of acknowledged when I originally heard it. But again, kind of my primary issue with the record, and that's still kind of bearing out in a lot of the song lengths here, honestly, which, are still as they were on the original. A lot of the tracks are very short. A lot of them are very scant. I think with the lack of producers and collaborators that Kanye or Ye clearly had access to on this record, he's kind of left having to just cobble together what he can in terms of like ideas and song structure and so on and so forth. But at least what we do have here is sounding, better and again, more grandiose. I'll listen to I want to hear this, Lauryn Hill version of I Can't Wait. And we'll listen to the full thing, especially, Lauren's part, obviously. And then we'll spin the 2 additional tracks on the record. Baby,
I can't bear to live my life alone. I grow impatient for love, impatient for love. Oh, I can't bear.
She eating up the couch, she was designed for it. I died and rearranged and moved my mind for it. Oh, move my mind for it. This thing is getting crazy, going blind for it. She eating up the couch, she was designed for it. I died and rearranged and moved my mind for it. Oh, move my mind for it.
I remember mama you said, can't hurry love, no, you just have to wait. She said love don't come easy. It's a game of how many.
They hate to see the system actually figured out. They want you caught up in distraction, fear and doubt. I'd rather focus on the love that's been around.
Did Ye re-record his vocals on this one too? Because again, his rapping sounds, and again, this was also like kind of another prime issue that I had with the original version of the album. A lot of his rapping just felt very low energy. Like it was there, but it didn't have that extra kind of oomph to it. Like it sounds, again, a little bit more alive and sounds a little bit more locked in. Maybe I'm making that up, but again, I do recall like his rapping feeling pretty consistently sleepy across the record. With that being said though, I guess they got to record rather than sample. No, it's obviously a new feature vocal. This is like pre-show. This is not New Music Friday. With that being said, I'm not impressed with this Lauryn Hill vocal at all. This is far from her best vocal performance. I will say that it's falling very far underneath the mark of what you would expect from like a Lauryn Hill vocal performance, but like her vocals sound like they were recorded in a closet, and maybe they kind of were. They were recorded most likely in a very kind of like isolated, dry vocal booth, but it's a little distracting because nothing else on the song sounds like that. Like even Ye's vocals sound like, a little live and like there's kind of a sense of space around the vocal. Meanwhile, Lauren's vocals, the mix on them is just maybe a little bit busted, which I think is a pretty huge oversight given that there were other tracks on the record that were revisited and done over again and altered to improve their sound. Like, are we going to get a deluxe where Lauren's vocal on this deluxe version of the album is changed? and sounds better. Yeah, you know, like the it's true. She still is a good live vocalist when she wants to be. She's clearly like nailed recent live performances, but for whatever reason, I think this could have used another take or something. I don't know, but I'm not really into what she's laying down here. It's not her best work.
Take all the stress to UPS and ship it out. No executive could ever run their mouth. I've been consecutive for shutting shit down. High speed drives near the scenic route. High fashion when people see us out.
Hurry, love. No, you'll just have to wait. She said love don't come easy. It's a game of give and take.
That's just like a weird kind of buzzing frequency in her voice that just sounds really, really odd and kind of off-putting.
Now how many heartaches must I stay?
Yeah, I'm not liking that, honestly. Not to say like the original blows this out of the water, but like as an addition on a deluxe version that you would expect to be improved, like I don't think the improvements are really there. Yeah, it's almost it's unrecognizable. It's like pretty much unrecognizable. All right, let's listen to the 2 additional tracks that are added to the record. Okay with Don Toliver and Mission Control with Tony Williams. The second of which seems to be pretty short. I mean, you know, I'm not given these guests, given the length of the songs, honestly, I'm not expecting something that is gonna be like crazy good beyond what was originally put into the album. If anything, these are like extras that were maybe like worth sharing just to say there was a deluxe and then put it out there. I guess we'll see. You know, let's try it out. Give it the good old college try.
Young rich nigga got trap routine. Bad little bitches won't lick on me. Moving like a YN when I was 16. Smoking that weed and trapping down houses. Back of the lack and I'm higher than a mountain. Drink codeine, got it coming out of fountain. What you finna do for that allowance? Bags on the floor, counting. I'm going through, finna come out counting. When I do a drop, I doubt it. You wanna get money, I'm bout it. Okay, okay. I drag you in the street. Okay, okay, okay. I just ride on that beat. Okay, okay. I drag you in the street. Okay, okay. I just ride on the beat. Okay, okay. I drag you in the street. Okay, okay. I just ride on the beat.
Let me see where we at tonight. We could bring this back to life. Thought that I couldn't, you should be embarrassed. Their egos is threatened, they really should cherish. Too many excuses, I don't wanna hear it. Don't call it a patio, bitch, it's a terrace. We finna make us a killing, that's word to my days. They try to play me as a villain and color me bad. I noticed the jealousy peaking, I thought we was past this. This type of exposure's indecent, these niggas is classless. I bet on myself when the labels thought I was a bad risk. The money that I had invested is doing gymnastics. This what we need, this type of engine don't run off of greed. They music ain't big as my songs that it leak. They need some assistance, you call the police. F all the talking is cheap. How many cops why they call it a fleet? Living the stars in the comments and media is out in that care if you comment on me.
All right, I'm going to stop that there because I don't want to hear that Don Toliver falsetto again because honestly, it's the worst part of the song. It just kind of feels like a bridge to nowhere. And good question there. Like, why release more unfinished stuff while you're fixing the old stuff? What is the strategy? What is that strategy? Like that's not really much of a strategy, honestly. Look, that Don Tolliver falsetto is really grating, and that sort of okay, okay, like, you know, kind of refrain that it goes into immediately after is, I mean, maybe it would be serviceable if it happened for a very short period of time and then went into something better, but it lasts like for a good chunk of the intro and is annoying as heck. You know, the yay flow is fine. I like the kind of slow, dramatically building up, almost Yeezus era sort of progression to it, but it doesn't it doesn't really reach an interesting peak by its finish. And, you know, unfortunately, I feel like we're starting to get back into territory where we are once again starting to deal with these like weird, you know, not so true twists of reality in terms of how Ye perceives things from his vantage point. You know, kind of being like, oh, people are painting me evil and da 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 da. You painted yourself evil. You were wearing robes and saying F Virgil and saying I'm evil. I mean, you know, maybe the case could be made that that was like, you know, you playing a character and feeding into a really weird sort of performance or bit or whatever, but you were the one painting yourself evil. Like, if people then saw that and then took it seriously, I mean, you were doing a pretty convincing job. I don't know what to say. So I don't know. I really don't know, you know, where to sort of like take that. I'm not into that track. I'm not into it. It's a bridge to nowhere. It feels incomplete, and what's there is pretty unpleasurable. Let's try Mission Control, the shorter of these two tracks, and see what that's trying to do.
Holy, holy are thou. I am free because you are bound. Holy are thou, most holy are, calling on your strength and your power. One way that I found, I am not enough, not enough. Holy are thou. Holy, holy are thou. I am free because you are bound. Holy are thou, most holy are, calling on your strength and your power. One way that I found, I am not enough, not enough. Holy are thou. Holy, holy art thou. I am free because you are bound. Holy art thou, most holy art, calling on your strength and your power. As I honor your crown, I am not enough, not enough. Holy art thou. I've been searching high and low, easy to mission control. Only now that I know I am not alone. I've been searching high and low, easy to mission control. Only now that I know I am not alone.
Okay. Kind of a very heavenly vocal arrangement there. I love the harmonies. I love the chord changes. It's very lovely. I think some of the kind of warped and weird filters on the vocals do make them sound a little odd and alien. Not you know, aesthetically to my liking per se, but like, again, still a very pretty arrangement. Feels like the sort of thing, if Ye were to work it into an era or a project, even like a Jesus is King or something, like it would probably lead into something bigger, grander, more ambitious. But on its own, it just really kind of feels like a bit of an interlude moment. Are they AI? You know, honestly, I really can't tell at this point. If it's, well, I mean, I can recognize some AI stuff. I guess what I'm saying is, like, if that is purely just 110% AI, it's decently pulled together, I guess, or it's not as off-putting as other AI that I have heard. You know, again, I wouldn't go back to it. I think there have been Ye songs in the past that have had better vocal arrangements, or vocal arrangements that have sounded less weird and off-putting. But you know, still sounded nice for what it was. But on its own, as a finisher, it just feels like kind of just a throwaway moment that was added to say there's a deluxe. I don't know. Overall thoughts here. What mix changes I heard, which, I mean, you know, mind you, were just a few, did sound better. You know, I mean, possibly this deluxe was worth it for the mix changes alone. You know, if you really actually do genuinely enjoy Bully and you think it's one of Ye's better albums, I don't know how you could think that, but people think all sorts of stuff. So, you know, if you do truly enjoy the album and love the album, you're probably going to get a lot out of the mix changes. That's a good thing, you know, ultimately a good thing. Hopefully they're all improvements. Somebody says Preacher Man sounds kind of worse. I mean, hopefully that's not the case. But you know, still, with that being said, I don't think the other additional things are really kind of making the deluxe worth it. The Lauryn Hill feature, no, I'm sorry, it's not. The additional 2 tracks on the back end, no, really, no, they're not. Honestly, the 2 additional tracks are 2 of the least notable in the track list now. You know, there's definitely more interesting moments on the record that happened prior. So, I mean, as far as the deluxe goes, this one's really not that interesting, and I don't think brings that much to the record overall, sadly. So there you go. Those are my thoughts.